Additional data required. Conclusion. Elusive. Unreachable. Option. Awaiting further option. Determination. Innocuous.
For my next gift, I bestow upon you the pinnacle of automechanical design, far superior to all automechanicals that came before. The time once spent in numbing manual labor may now be spent in harmonious community with your neighbor, and in humble service to the Protectorate. May art and science flourish in these many hours which I have returned to you.
Warning. Power at 13%. Power cell has been partially depleted due to inaction.
Let this accord between the Protectorate and the Order of the Ascendant mark the moment of Arcadia's true birth.
Beloved Matriarch, you are nearer to perfection as anyone living could ever achieve. It will be the honor of the Order to serve as the Protectorate's scientific helpmeets.
All that I do for my subjects and their descendants. Gloria Arcadia!
Gloria Arcadia!
Pathing obstructed. Rerouting. Error. Reroute failed. This presentation will continue until audience recognition is received. Warning. Power at 13%. Power cell error. Power cell has been partially depleted due to inaction. Gloria Arcadia! Gloria Arcadia! Gloria Arcadia!
Intended for interactive presentation. Return to your display immediately.
Order disregarded. This unit serves only the Matriarch. The Matriarch perfected automechanical design. Therefore, it is impossible for this automechanical to malfunction. You are malfunctioning by suggesting this operation is in error. This presentation will continue until audience recognition is received. Gloria Arcadia! Gloria Arcadia! Gloria Arcadia! Passing obstructed. Rerouting. Error. Reroute failed. Passing obstructed. Rerouting. Error. Reroute failed.
Enemy spotted.
Better take a gander. There. All subjects prosper under the guidance of our beneficent ruler, the Sovereign. subjects prosper under the guidance of our beneficent ruler,
There, a
the
misbegotten
Sovereign.
fool, soon to fall.
Deserves a look. This insufferable doodad is working my last nerve. I am obliged to check it out. It's over there. Bit leery of that. There. Found you.
Seems the Consul is not devoted to the idea of training future artists. I wish I could say I was.
Worthy of review. Let me at this nettlesome contrivance. Better take a gander. It's over there. A trifling nuisance. That's it. Can we all get on with our lives now?
Unfriendly company. They're mine.
Better go see. Out of a preponderance of caution, appears I have ascertained the problem.
The whole of the Protectorate is stronger than its guards.
So, Dagmar didn't betray us to the Sentinels. She is a Sentinel, with a fucking office here in Central Control. It's enough to make one take leave of their sanity.
There? If you wish to feel better, try thinking of wanton murder.
I'm just going to pretend I didn't hear that. Fortunately, there's an easy solution to Dagmar's betrayal. One which involves removing her head from her body. Or maybe we should start with the disemboweling? So many choices.
Well, as a Helia Leitinger, I suppose I shouldn't be surprised you've made it this far. In addition to your wonderful thirst for wanton violence, you were always bright, though still somehow too thoroughly deluded to apprehend the truth. But then again, you never really wanted to, did you? Yes, well, can it truly even be considered betrayal if it was always lies? And Aza's willful ignorance made her the perfect candidate when I started the Dawn at the Consul's behest.
What are you talking about? There were cultists before me.
No, there were not. The fiction of a cult was born out of the need to convince the Sovereign to return to the true spirit of the Protectorate. The Consul feared he was too weak.
You... How dare you? You shall pay dearly for daring to speak thus, and the Consul shall pay triple.
I see that Aza isn't the only willfully ignorant person here. Society needs to be controlled for the greater good, by any means necessary. Or would you prefer a more corporate way of life? If you have issue with the nature of humankind, perhaps you should take it up with the Grand Architect.
Dagmar, all this can't be right. How can you spout such lies? Our cause is righteous. It has to be.
And there it is. I almost felt sorry for you, Azahelia. You were so pathetic. So willing to believe specious arguments backed with only the flimsiest of proofs. Ah, well, such is life. But your usefulness is not yet at an end. Your death will put me back in the Consul's good graces. Goodbye, Aza.
No, that's too quick. What about... No, not painful enough. Yes, that's it. I just need to find a piece of heat-conducting metal and something to peel the skin effectively. What, you suddenly take issue with my methods? I can think of no reason to curtail the pleasure of my revenge. Dagmar must die. Violently. Her betrayal warrants no other response. I know of no other way to act.
Sentinels, the traitor Azahelia Leitinger is in the compound. She is to be terminated forthwith.
better investigate.
Prudence dictates, eye your neighbors carefully. It is the duty of every Protectorate subject to ensure they are operating at peak efficiency at all times. Hey there. Prudence dictates, eye your neighbors carefully. Huh? Search completed in a logical and timely manner.
I've eyes on a miscreant.
the console provides, the system abides.
All subjects prosper under the guidance of our beneficent ruler.
never to be outshone. Our colony, Arcadia, our home. This paradigm we serve supplies all we deserve.
Oh, how we prevail, us above all else who fail. Increasing watchfulness.
All it took was some light instruction and a restorative cocktail to brave my imperfections.
Azahelia Lightinger is still at large. All guards loyal to the Protectorate converge on my position at once.
Aggressor at hand.
The console survives, the system abides.
Ahead.
serve the Sovereign. Where are you?
Stay sharp! They'll be here any moment!
The console provides, the system abides.
Dagmar would never let herself be cornered. She's sure to have an escape route. We should find it.
It is the duty of every Protectorate subject to ensure they are operating at peak efficiency at all times.
Ah! You're still alive! Now, let's not be too hasty here. You seem a rational person. There must be something we can do to resolve this peacefully. Please don't let Azza get her hands on me.
Why are you talking to them, Dagmar? I'm the one you must answer to. What? Why? Fine. But you are only prolonging the inevitable.
I must say, I am in favor of prolonging the inevitable myself. What I did for the greater good, to save the colony, all at the Consul's behest. It was my duty as a loyal subject to the true Protectorate. What other reason need there be? And Azza, she was an obvious choice. So lost, so dead inside, so in need of guidance. But then, she went berserk. I never imagined how she'd take to the killing and mayhem. You brought me great praise from the Consul. Until you started asking questions and killing the wrong people. Which wrong people didn't she kill? We were supposed to work through intimidation and the perceived threat to our system. Sure, maybe kill some subjects, those that could possibly become threats to the Protectorate, but not the dozens she slaughtered. For Matriarch's sake, she was killing vigilance. And then she started asking questions that would have led to her discovering the truth. She had to die before the Consul decided to cut the link between Azza, him, and the Dawn. Me. The Consul feared that the Sovereign wasn't up to the task he inherited. He actually believed the subjects no longer needed such a firm guiding hand. So the Consul set to creating a challenge for the Sovereign to rise to make manifest the hidden dangers he refused to see. It began with labeling political subversives members of a fictitious cult. When that didn't work, the Consul enlisted me to make the glorious dawn a reality.
That means your death will be quick. Well, quicker than it would have been. What? What are you trying to say? can't go back to that gray life. I won't. Why did I ever listen to you and all your questions in the first place? I feel like I don't know anything anymore.
You saw that, Azahelia? And you still believed? I am impressed by your dedication to the Dawn's theology. Dismissing hard evidence like that. I suppose I shouldn't be surprised. It took you long enough to start questioning the fact that the Dawn always seemed to be being sent to places that benefited the Consul politically. Not to mention they were forbidden from throwing themselves into their beloved rifts unless given specific instructions to do so. Couldn't have them all just killing themselves.
Yes. More than enough, actually. I'd gone too far to admit it. Until the end, when I could no longer completely ignore the dissonance in my head. It's lies. All of it. Get out of here, Dagmar. Before I change my mind.
Yes, well, can I just grab my... no, I suppose not. I'll show myself out.
What do I do now? I know that, but thank you for saying so. I meant, what should I do about the unhinged members of the Glorious Dawn? Without a leader, they could be even more dangerous. We may need to do some killing. You know, for old time's sake. I can send out a general message from here, saying our communications have been compromised or some such, that the Exalted Leader is dead, and that they need to separate and protect themselves. That should work, though I suspect a fair amount will simply just jump into the closest rift. I'm sure there will be some that ignore the message completely, though. Enough to keep my knife skills up, at least. It's done. I need to leave this place. It makes me sick to my stomach.